Hey, how are you today? Welcome to this portion on lemon essential oil. So grab your bottle of oil, grab your pen and paper to write with, and take a beautiful aromatic inhale of that gorgeous sunshine in a bottle. Feel its energizing, uplifting qualities for your mood and how it cleanses the air around you. Take a deep breath and settle in. So, let's just say that when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. That is always my sunny disposition, like lemon. However, I want to say that there are a lot of things that life can throw at you where your lemon essential oil can be so helpful. So you're going to see below, there's like a crazy number of things, just like many of the other main, very popular oils are able to do. They're so versatile, right? So before we get into all of those things, I want to say that lemon is one that is definitely with me most days. And there are several reasons why. We're going to talk about all of that. And we're going to get into some green cleaning and some also what makes doTERRA's lemon essential oil special. So stick with me. All right, let's take a deep breath. I know we're at the end of January and it's crazy. How did we get here, right? But let's just consider too that it's overwhelming. There are access to information and tools for living long and healthy are endless. And more than ever, it can feel very overwhelming. So I just want you to know I get it. I understand. I'm going to try to make these videos a little quicker for you and maybe the information a little more condensed, but please provide your feedback as we go. So your body, I want you to know, this is part of a good understanding in our community, that our body is naturally designed to heal itself when it receives what it needs. And before we go further, it's really helpful to note that nature has an unmatched wisdom and the ability to lend our body the same harmony it exists in. So this stuff that we're talking about, these oils and products that are within doTERRA, have been a really key tool to our home, my family, and living a really beautiful natural life. So room by room, we've gone through and changed up all the cleaning, as you're going to see some ways of doing that below this video. And it's something I certainly encourage you to do one step at a time. And so today we're just going to get into all of those different ways that I love lemon essential oil and what it's all about. So it is a citrus, right? And citruses, if you were to squeeze the rind, get this little spurt, right? We've all experienced that, or we've made lemonade and it just smells incredible. Does this not smell just like that? Well, in the diffuser, it's great for that. It's super cleansing for the air. And we've talked about it being used for cleaning a lot. So we know it's very cleansing. The main chemical constituent in most citruses, especially lemon, is limonene, and it's incredibly cleansing. It's very renowned for that. So most days my lemon essential oil is with me for that reason. In a big 40-ounce hydro flask filled with just a couple of drops of lemon essential oil, maybe some lemon juice, maybe some days no. Either way is beautiful and fine. And it's just provides that extra boost to all my cleansing organs the first half of the day so that they can get hydrated and a little bit of extra support. They've worked so hard all night long. The last thing we want to do is pump our body with a bunch of fat and caffeine, and that took me quite a while to feel the difference. We want to nourish and hydrate the body first thing in the morning. Maybe grab for a little bit of lighter caffeine later after you've hydrated and fed yourself with some really nourishing, colorful foods in the morning. So that is the way I use lemon most. I also love it in a little warm water. If it's a cooler morning, instead of my big flask of water, I'll just sip on it after, maybe drinking up a couple of glasses of lukewarm water, and sip on some warmer water if I need to warm up. It's great in tea. You can add it to the honey so that it dissolves and disperses really nicely, or you can drop it straight on the tea bag. It's a beautiful addition to a green juice. Even if you've got some lemon juice in it, you can add a little extra. Both are going to provide a very different cleansing ability. And one of the coolest uses of the citrus essential oils is to add it to sparkling water. The little bubbles really help to break it up because as we talked about, oil and water don't mix. So sometimes just in flat water, you'll see the oil actually just sit there, and it will need a good shake, a little stir from time to time. Another good thing to note is that my hydro flask has a straw in it a lot of times with like a little sippy cup spout. So I actually, if I'm going to use my hydro flask with oils in it, I don't put that in there. The oils will break down plastic, and we just don't want to ingest that. We want to always use glass, stainless steel, copper. They're really unique, these citrus oils. They're cold pressed from the rind, as I said, and we're extracting those oils from there. It's really neat to think about. This is the lifeblood of the plant. That is the immune system, those oils that are there. Those are part of how it's protecting itself in its environment, how it's attracting the helpful, deterring the harmful in its daily life. So it's really, when I think about essential oils, I do believe that it's the soul of the plant. So we can take that wisdom from nature, harness it for decades, and use it when we need its beautiful qualities to support us in our life. And that brings me to just that common question of people wondering why it's okay to internalize essential oils. So citruses, I say it's like adding the flavor of zest to something that your body is super used to. But your body is used to ingesting essential oils on a small level through herbs that we're eating all the time, various different oil. Peppermint, for example, we've been using that in our bodies probably a lot. Our bodies know what to do with it. It's natural. We know how to integrate it. We know how to recognize it. Whereas things that are really processed, heavy foods that are synthetic, a lot of them, or have all these fillers, our bodies actually just don't even know what to do with them. So if done properly, internalization of essential oils can be incredible. Now, what I mean by that is that this is completely fine for my mucous membranes, especially with the honey in it. If you want to be on the cautious side when you're first starting out, try eating something with a little bit of fat before you ingest your oils if you want to coat your mucous membranes. But a little bit like this is a beautiful way to start. Another thing that you can do if you really were looking to support your body's physical function is to use a veggie capsule. We sell these for about $6, a big jar of them. You can buy them at most health food stores. And you can just take a drop or two of lemon essential oil and then swallow it internally, and it will go to work in cleansing your body in a very same way. I've actually done that for my kiddos and my husband last week. Everybody was fighting off this funky bug. And luckily my oils have been keeping me pretty good until just the last couple days. And I'm still doing great, and they can kind of trick me into thinking I don't need to rest. So be sure that you rest too. But you can put a drop of oregano oil into a capsule and have really profound assistance to the body in getting better quickly. So we can use essential oils internally and safely, absolutely, with moderate use. And if that's something you're willing to explore, we'll talk about that in a more one-on-one consultation so that you make sure you know about all of the ratios, all of the daily dose guidelines. There is a bit to know there, but it is a great thing to do in moderation. The other thing that I wanted to tell you a little bit more about is green cleaning. So I want you to take a look at the link below and give yourself an opportunity to go through room by room and assess the type of cleaning products you're using, because with lemon essential oil, you can pretty much do all-purpose cleaning. You can clean your windows, your glasses with a little vinegar and water, like I told you. I do about 1/4 cup of vinegar, 10 drops of lemon oil at 4 cents a drop, water, this bottle that's everlasting. We don't buy cleaning products in my home. With the On Guard Concentrate Cleaner, which is a plant-based soap and an oil blend, and a little extra lemon oil and water, this is my all-purpose cleaner. And even with the soaps, it's endless. But lemon is super duper cleansing. It also is fantastic for anything super sticky, which we find as mothers really deal with the sticky things all the time. And just a straight drop of that's really helpful. It's a great furniture polish. Just be sure that your wood is not coated in like a varnish or something like that, that it's just a straight wood. because what lemon would do is if you put a drop of it onto a styrofoam peanut, it will actually disintegrate it. And that's why it's so great for cleansing our bodies. It's going to help flush out any of those carcinogens that are hanging around. That's why it's so great for purifying the air. It attacks those VOCs. But you want to be careful that it doesn't eat away at the shiny coating of maybe your favorite or expensive piece of furniture, just as a caution. So I wanted to tell you a little bit more about why doTERRA. And there are 3 reasons mainly. And I want you to check the videos below just for some more information, but I'm going to go through this as quickly as I can. But the first reason is the co-impact sourcing model. doTERRA sources globally, and not only that, they work with farmers, but they create better economies and lives for these farmers. There is a dark shadow in the essential oil industry that most brands are using middlemen to rob global farmers of their potential. doTERRA model creates global abundance, and you want to read more about this at sourcetoyou.com. I posted this yesterday as well, as I think it's really important to understand that this website is causing a disturbance for the essential oil companies of the world. It demands a level of transparency that are not currently willing to be provided by most companies at the mall or even that have been around for a long time. There's a lot that goes into the purity of an oil. The videos below will explain all of that in detail. But the number 2 reason is that commitment to purity, and the CPTG trademark that is a stamp on all of these oils stands for the lack of government overseeing the essential oil industry. So there's just no standardization out there. That was my biggest concern, was why was lavender $20 here and $10 there? I had used a number of different brands in my home before doTERRA, and I noticed an immediate difference when I smelled these and was so curious why.